Hello YouTube, this is Weston, Weston's Toys and Collectibles, and today we're going to take a look at the Studio Series 86 Deluxe Bonecrusher. And this guy looks great in vehicle mode. You'll see he doesn't look as great in robot mode, but you know, he's doing his thing. He's alright. He's got some purple paint here. He's got a Decepticon tampograph right there on the side. He's got some silver paint here in the treads. And on the back, it's kind of, Dullsville. Lots of molded detail throughout, which is really nice. He does come with his gun, which it's his gun. It's definitely Bonecrusher's gun. This can store in vehicle mode by attaching here onto the top. Pretty cool. He has a smokestack, which is kind of also a 5mm port. It looks like it could be Minicon compatible, honestly. Yeah, sort of. It's sort of Minicon compatible, which is weird because we don't get Minicon ports on our Armada releases. So yeah. Enough about that though. So he's got a 5mm post there, which is, you can use it for different things, I guess. I'm not sure if anything that comes with the combined mode is meant to attach there. I don't believe so. That being said, alright. That being said, here he is compared with his G1 counterpart. There is G1 Bonecrusher. And yeah, so it looks very, very faithful to the original Generation 1 figure. Proportions are a bit different. He's got his caution stripes here, which would have been cool if we had a caution stripe here, but it's okay. Here's some of the cats scratching in the background. Hey, get out of here. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty cool. And once again, this can plug into the top, and he can shoot in vehicle mode. Transformation's pretty simple. If you've ever played with the Combiner Wars version, it's kind of that, but actually a little bit less complex. So we're going to split the treads from the rest of it and bring this up. And we can bring the treads down, and those will become the legs, and split apart these to become the feet, and you can kind of disengage the knee. They lock into place, which is kind of meh, but it's alright. So there's his bulldozer mode. Doesn't stand up. You'll bring this part out just for now, so we can bring this down. And this is a weird part of the transformation, because like the arms clip around this piece here, and it feels like you're really warping the plastic here. There should have been another joint in here, I think, but they didn't do that. You do want to make sure this is unclipped, so that we can bring the arms out. And once again, this is kind of weird. There you go. They tab in the middle there, and they also kind of like notch in here. And I feel like this is kind of stressed a bit right in this area, so I haven't seen any stress marks, but it does feel like the plastic's being stressed. Anyway, bring the arms out. They clip into place. They don't lock in, but they just kind of thoop into place, as MGO would say. Bring the arms out and then rotate the forearm, and you can bring that back down. Same on this side. And bring it down, and then we'll go ahead and take this back and just set it to the back like that again, so we can bring the canopy up all the way back and then bring out the head, and then we're going to bring this slot here over the clip, and it kind of locks in, but it's kind of loose, so that's kind of weird too. But then we'll bring the bucket, we'll pull this out, and this tab was in here, it's going to go in here now, lock in right there, and then bring the bucket itself up flush to the chest. And he is a weird looking goober. He looks like a toddler. He has toddler proportions. Um, he looks weird. Um, if I don't throw his gun across the room, he can hold it. Here's his gun. So yeah, there he is in robot mode. And for quick comparisons, so we can go ahead and transform. Sorry, wife came in asking about something. Yeah, here he is with the G1 Bonecrusher, and this guy, for some reason, this joint does not want to line up right. There it goes. Yeah, there he is with G1 Bonecrusher. Which it's even more of a goober than he is. There's Megatron. Just go ahead and get the same comparisons in here. Bombshell. This is Bonecrusher, your Bombshell. And then, once again, Optimus Prime. So, yeah, he's very much a deluxe scale figure, and he was actually sold at a deluxe price point. Which is, better than having a Voyager at a deluxe price point.
Sorry.
Alright, and then here he is compared with Scrapper. So we already looked at Scrapper. So here is Bonecrusher and Scrapper. You can see they're the same height. So once again, these guys are very much deluxe in height, in their stature. They're not really Voyager as Scrapper was sold at. They're all pretty much deluxe height. So yeah. Let's move into articulation now. We can go ahead and take a look at, his head's on a ball joint. Or it works more like a swivel, but it is a ball, and it has like a up and down hinge here from the transformation. So he kind of looks like a hunchback, honestly. If you have his knees like slightly bent, if you have them, fully extended, which they lock into place, which is odd, but yeah, he still looks he looks derpy. He looks very, he looks very much like a very weird dude. Like he's built like a toddler. That's all I can say. Shoulders, ball jointed. I feel like we live in a Transformers toy climate where we don't need to have ball joints on deluxe and larger figures unless it's a head. I think ball joints they tend to wear out easily, so I'm not a fan of ball joints. Especially since most of the Combiner Wars stuff anymore is loose and doesn't want to stand up because of all the ball joints. So I'm not a fan of ball joints. This guy's got 7 of them, so we'll get through it. But anyway, ball joint shoulders, you can get out that far, and then if you want, you can break his shoulder, I guess. He has a swivel here on the ball joint, which is also the elbow, and then you can break his elbow using the hinge joint there for transformation. And then nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist unless you unclip this. If you unclip that, you can fake it, but it looks awful. These are ball joints, but they're very large and they're kind of tight, and it's a ball that's screwed onto a peg, so I don't think they're gonna loosen up as much, especially since it seems more like a solid ball. Whereas these are like, they're on a peg, but they're not separate piece. So I don't know. Probably just babbling right now. Anyway, mushroom peg for the thigh rotation. This plastic color, there's a little bit slight difference. You can kind of see it. Same here, slight difference between these plastic colors. Just from, I think this is more of the unpaintable plastic, whereas this is the solid ABS. Can't remember, they use palm. Can't remember what kind of plastic you use here, but it's unpaintable. And then knee, which unclips right there. I feel like I could shave that tab down and it would be a lot less annoying, because it locks solidly into place. And you see, you know, it separates these pieces here. So I might end up personally shaving that down. Yeah, there's the knee bend, 90 degrees. And then toe and ankle, just due to transformation, they move. And then that rocks. And that also locks into place. I don't know why they would lock that into place like that. It's soft detented is what it is. It's not locking, it's soft detented. So it's there, or straight. So not great. This guy is definitely not a standalone figure any means. He's probably the worst of the bunch that have been released so far. He's not great. He's charming. He's goofy. He can fake. He can fake an ab crunch. He can fake an ab crunch. Fake it till you make it. You know. But he's if you were buying standalones, if you really like Bonecrusher and you wanted him as a standalone, that's, you know, there you go. But as he is, he's not great. He's definitely made such that he has the combined mode in mind. He's definitely a part of a combiner and not a standalone figure. Let's go ahead and bring Scrapper in here just so we can see, you know, see these guys so far. You know, they look good together. You know, that's why I'm saying he's not a standalone figure. You know, they all look good together. So far, we haven't gotten Mixmaster or Scavenger yet, but they both so far look good too. So, they look good together. I wouldn't say that they're good standalone figures. Do I recommend them? If you're buying Devastator, I wasn't originally going to get Devastator. I ended up, you know, trading some stuff for the 4 current bots. So that's how I ended up with this new Devastator set, and I'm gonna finish it. And he's gonna be my Devastator. But as for, you know, that, he's not great. Going into combined mode, he's basically just going to vehicle mode, but leaving this piece out and doing a little bit of extra down here. So we'll go ahead and transform him real quick back into his bulldozer mode. You know, flip the arms around. And we'll go ahead and flip this up. Flip this out now. Getting these arms in is the tough part. There you go. It's not impossible, but it's, you know, it's a chore. And then bring the legs down and back, and then fold this up so that it's back in its original orientation. There you go. He has a slider here. This is new. Instead of just like a plug-in joint, it's a slider. And then there's a panel here you want to flip down. This is also new to this figure. And flip that up like that to lock all this together. And that just holds the treads in place. There's a tab here that tabs into long haul. This slides onto a part of hook, and then the chest plate tabs into these posts here. And then this will rotate, and then we'll go ahead and bring this in. It doesn't come with him, but we'll go ahead and bring in the fist. And these are like just a missile pod. You know, it's a missile pod. And the fist does come off. It's on a 5mm port, and you can plug all kinds of stuff on here. Look at that, 5 different 5mm ports. You can just plug anything on there. Let's go ahead and grab something we can plug into there. Let's grab this claw that comes with grapple. So yeah, you can plug anything in there. You can plug plug Volcanicus's head there. There you go. You know, you can plug anything in there. So that's pretty cool that they did that with these. I also saw a video where somebody took the big fists that come with Blitzwing. I took these big fists and plug them on here. So if that's a look you like, really impedes the elbow movement, but if you like that look, you can do that. Another thing is, once again, 5mm ports. You can plug this fist on here, and then this will plug in on there. You can do that if you want, but I don't know why you do that when you got these. These are okay. These are all right. You could also, if you really wanted to, give him some articulated hands. You could take the Perfect Effect ones. That looks good. They're about the same size. Yeah, it looks good. If you had the purple Perfect Effect hands, you can plug them on there, and that looks pretty good. These are the ones I have for Defensor. That's why it's got the blue dots here. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like these. Once again, this comes with long haul and hook, so these don't come with this guy. So just the base arm is this. It's pretty cool. Get this junk out of here. So this has been my review of Bonecrusher from the Studio Series 86 line, the new Devastator that will be alongside all of our Age of the Primes and Legacy Menasor and stuff. So pretty cool, really nice. There won't be any compatibility, obviously, with these guys and the Legacy / Age of the Primes combiners. There's no compatibility for the originals either, so makes sense. Anyway, this has been my review of this figure with Bonecrusher. So I recommend him if you're getting Devastator. I don't recommend him as a standalone bot. That's my consensus. So thanks for watching, and until next time, till all are one.